I really, really like this. Could be, look, it almost covers all of me. Ta-da! All right. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back. And I mean back because it's been an insanely long time since I have even been on the channel at all, let alone done a guesses. So I am super excited to be doing a guesses, first of all. Second of all, I'm excited because of who this game is by. Third of all, I'm excited because Gimpy is credited on this game. I'll tell you about that in a second. And I'm just so excited to be back on the channel. And I'm excited to hopefully see a bunch of you guys this year because I believe we are returning to the WBC this year. That is the plan. So hopefully if any of you go, we'll be able to meet you. We had so much fun 2 years ago. Unfortunately, last year I was pregnant or I had just had a baby. So there was no way that I could go. So this year we should be good. But let me just jump into this before I ramble on. If you're new, my name is Gimpys Gal. My husband is Gimpy, and this is just a little series I do. It's called Gimpys Gal Guesses, and I'm going to take a run at this game. Now, this is I think this is a Kickstarter game. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, as usual, Gimpy will correct me. But I think this is a Kickstarter game. It is by Lock and Load, which are our dear friends that kind of have been there for Gimpy from the beginning, so we have a special place for them. But this one he did help on. I'm not sure if he just was like a I don't know. We'll look at the book and see what he's credited for, but he is credited in this game. So this is called Storming the Gap, World at War 85. Again, it is by Lock and Load, so there's going to be a picture-in-picture happening so that you can see close up what's going on. And I'm still getting used to that because, again, it's been a while, so I might be a little bit rusty, but just bear with me. So, Storming the Gap, World at War 85. This right here, I'm told, is the main box. All of these are add-ons. That's all I've been told. So, here's the front of the box here. And then if we flip it, this is the back of the box. And it just says, Molly, seriously, lay down. She's like over, our old dog is over here being loud, of course. Storming the Gap, and then it gives probably history like it usually does. We have some counters over here. On the bottom, we have the contents. So it has 600 counters, or over 600 counters, 8x geomorphic 19.25 by 13.25 maps, 1 core manual, 1 scenario and module book, 16 by 11 by 17 player aid cards, 5 by 8 by 5 by 11 player aids. And then it says vassal compatibility. Don't know what that means, but that is a, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 10. Yep. 5 out of 10. Complexity is a 5 out of 10. Solitaire playability is a 6 out of 10. It's for 14 and up, 1 to 2 players, 1 to 2 hour playtime. So that is what the back of the box looks like. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this. Again, this is the core set of this game, and then all this other stuff is extra. So I'm going to scoop this out of the way for now. And we'll look at that here in a second so we can focus on this here. All right. So we have a booklet. Usually I like to just kind of flip it over and let all of this stuff come out that way. Okay, so these are the counters, which there's a lot of them. So counters, probably the player A's, and then we have all the different maps and things. So there's a rule book, and then there's a module rule and scenarios booklet. So this is the rule book right away. Very heavy, but a very good material. It's not going to tear easily like some other ones that I've opened. If you've been around for a while, I will always and forever be haunted by the video I did where I ripped the map on accident. I haven't had an incident like that since, so I've redeemed myself. But it did happen. So I appreciate when it's thicker and I don't have to worry about ripping it. So this is a very heavy, thick book. It is 140 pages, which for Gimpys Gal, that's like, no, engage glaze over mode now. But if you go to the back, is it here or is it the front? Which one was it? Okay, so in the back of the second one, it says Well, I thought that his name was here. I did see it. Oh, right here. I'm actually listed too. It says Nate and Elise Rogers. How cool. So we are right here in the play testing support. Special thanks and inspiration. Nate and Elise Rogers. That's very cool. Thanks, guys. Didn't know my name was in there too. That's really awesome. So that's I just wanted to show you that. But anyway, here's the rule book. So flip it open. It looks like your normal rule booklet. It has a table of contents, and it's going to go through gameplay. I don't read through the booklet because this is not a video to teach you how to play. This is me guessing at it, and if I read through it, that would really defeat the purpose. So I'm just kind of glancing to see if anything catches my eye. Looks like it breaks down the counters, core rules, volume 2. So yeah, it's just your essential color rule book. As you can see, I'll just give you a quick flip through of it here. Little section for notes in there. It smells like, it smells like a brand new book. I don't know what to say it, but that's what it smells like. So there is that. This is the module rules and scenarios booklet. So again, table of contents, and then Storming the Gap campaign map. And then again, we go into, I guess, all the different scenarios and different modules that are in the game. And breaks down probably what all the different terrains and counters and all that means. So that is what the second booklet looks like. Now it said there was, I'm going to have to look at this. Oh, right there on the box too. How cool. Look at this. I got to show you because it's exciting. We're right here on the box right here. Nate and Elise Rogers. That's so cool. I feel so honored. Okay. There's 8 geomorphic maps, 16 player aids. I don't know how many there are, but it looks like these must be the geomorphic maps. There's a couple of different sizes. It looks like, no. So yeah, let's see how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8. So I'm not going to open all of them, but I don't know what geomorphic even means. But it folds out thusly. So there's one of them. I don't see... Okay, this says 3 in this bottom corner right here. Does this one have a number? 1. So we do have numbers to kind of indicate to us like what map. Maybe the scenarios tell you which map you're going to be pulling out or how you're going to assemble them. But they have different terrains. We'll just open a few of them. They unfold pretty easily and they're good material. They're not just paper. They're like cardstock, so they're a little bit thicker, but they're still easy to fold and not as bulky. Especially when you have this many, you don't want all of them to be that thick cardboard because it would be like a 500-pound box, which we've seen before. And I'm probably going to just open them all up because why not? So here is 45 is the number on this one. This one looks like a snowy terrain, which is my least favorite. Which is funny because one of my favorite places now is the WBC, which is in Pennsylvania at a ski resort. The kicker is it's in the summer, so there's no snow, and it's beautiful, and it is not hot and humid like it is here in North Carolina. It gets like, we're February 3rd today, and it was 70-something degrees outside. Love it. So going up there was nice in the summer because it's so muggy down here, and up there it wasn't. And it was just so nice. So I love it. I can't wait. I am so excited if you can't tell. Here's another map. But yeah, snow is not my friend. So if the WBC was in the winter, I would go for the people. And the resort is really cool, but I would not be as excited because I just do not like winter. I like spring and summer and fall. I can do with no snow ever. This one says 45 again. So I don't know. This is confusing me because I thought they might all have their own separate numbers so you would know which map to pull out for which scenario, but some of them have the same numbers. This one says 1 again, but it's another snowy one. And I've been yapping too much to pay attention if any of them have been the same. Here's next to last one. This says 2 on it. Some of them have more open spaces. Some of them have more terrain. Some are blank. Some have buildings. So they're kind of just a good variety of different maps. But I don't know how they're played. If they're played a single map, if you play with multiple ones put together, I don't know how that all works. But those were the maps. Now on to like the player aid stuff. So let's see. This says East Germany, storming the gap. These are the base formations. Doesn't say what this is, but this says East Germany. This one says West Germany. I'll give you a peek at those. Hopefully you can see that. So that's East Germany. Here's West Germany. Storming the gap. They're different though. Like they're not the same. So this one has like unit name, description, steps. This one just has like cost, color band, platoons, available headquarters. So they're different. But I guess you are going to use them. These must all be player aid because it doesn't say what it is. Yeah. That one says East Germany again. So let's see if the back. Yeah, see? So they're front and back, but they're different. So like here, this one, these are the same. Cost, color band, platoons, available headquarters, and then up here we have another cost one, but yeah, that's confusing me a little bit. So we had West Germany and 2 East Germanys. Another West Germany. Those are all going to be similar. I don't know what those are for, but like, for example, the bottom of this one says, because we are trying to guess how we play this, and right now I wouldn't be able to tell you. This part of the chart shows the capabilities of each specific unit with its core and or module rules referenced in the column heading or in the key to the right. Individual unit costs for the battle generator and the core rules 17.0 are also provided. That was all just gibberish to me, but we do have a what's it called, a legend down here. You see these symbols here and they're referenced there, but yeah. So those were all similar but different, and I don't know, there's some type of a player aid card, but how they were aiding you in play, I don't know. This is the terrain effects chart. I like when it says what it is because that makes my job easier. So this is the terrain effects chart. And we have terrain or fortification. So it's listed here. What it looks like, the cost. So that to me would mean like you get so many movement points a turn maybe. And that's how many movement points it costs you to move because it says MP cost. I'm assuming that's what that means. And then MP cost for ground vehicles. So this is for troops moving across this terrain. These would be for vehicles moving across this terrain. And then it says over here, cross bridge or cross river assault bonus, if you get that bonus or not. So that one was pretty simple because it says what it is. It says page 3 of 3, or not page 3 of 3, but yeah, it says what it is. Move point. So that's your terrain/move point chart, or your terrain effects chart, as it were. This one says Soviet Union National Unit Table. Did these say unit table? Yeah. Okay, so this is the West Germany National Unit Chart. And this is a Soviet Union National Unit Table. And that is what that looks like. So this looks like there must be so many for Germany, or maybe Germany's split into different like squadrons or something, or platoons. And each of them has one of these player aids here to help them, and there's so many that it's front and back. This one, it looks like there maybe isn't as many, so they're able to fit all of the specific information on this side and then the other set of information on this side, if that makes sense. So yeah, Soviet Union. So we'll stick that there. This is the line of sight examples and height reference chart. Examples above. C letter code. C player aid for obstacle and unit height information. So this is just all player aid stuff. It's just helping with different things in the game. So that is the line of sight, examples, and height reference. This is the United States National Unit Table. And then United States National Unit Table. So looks like, again, maybe there's not as many for this one, so they're able to fit it all on one or on 2 sides instead of multiple sheets. Then we have terrain effects again. This is the terrain effects chart. Terrain effects chart. So all the different kinds of terrain and what it costs for each of these things to move across it, I'm assuming. Then we have another Soviet Union here. This is another Soviet Union National Unit Table. Front and back, so there's a couple of those, and then another United States one as well. Okay, did I put all of those? Okay, so those are not all up there. Okay. This is unit and card reference. So this is kind of telling you what the counters each, like the numbers and stuff mean on them. Yep, marker reference. So lots of player aids, and they're very easy to read, it looks like. Nothing too difficult. Now these are, this says Battlefield Events Table. Consult this side first. Like that. Very clear and precise what you're supposed to do. Looks like you're talking about 2d6 die roll, an event, a side affected, and an effect. And then the back, Battlefield Friction Table. Again, 2d6 roll, an event, a side that is affected, and an effect. So that is a Battlefield Events Table and a Battlefield Friction Table. Then this one is Missile and Ammo Usage Chart on this side. And Move and Fire Summary Chart on the back. And Direct Fire Abbreviations and Indirect Fire Summary Chart. So just lots and lots and lots of player aids. It did say on the box there was a lot of them. This is the formation card inventory. Formation card inventory on the back as well. And it just says like what nation it is, the card number, the card color, and the card designation, which is pretty cool. And then the number, or yeah, the nation card number. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Again, not sure what it's used for, but it is very, very like broken down, and it really looks like it makes it easy for you. It says it's 1 to 2 player, I believe. So if you are playing solitaire, it looks like the rules, let's see. Yeah, 1 to 2 players. So if you're playing by yourself, it looks like you can do it truly and well easily with all of these player aids. This is these look like some type of card you use when you're playing the game, because it says Storming the Gap, you have formation deck, discards, Soviet and Allies offboard artillery tracks here. And then nothing on the back, but that's what that one looks like. This one says turn record tracks. This keeps track of your turns. We have a weather track, a squall box, and a mud box. And then NATO and Allies offboard artillery tracks. So we have the Soviet and Allies, and then now we have the NATO and Allies. Then this is a weather change table, a battle generator, direct fire modifiers, sequence of play, every die roll in the series. Wow. That's a lot. That one is front and back. And then we have holding boxes. So you have NATO and Allies, Soviet and Allies. You have HQs and SWs ready to be deployed, suppressed ones, and casualties. So that is pretty cool. There's lots in this core box set. So those are all the different maps and player aid thingies. And then the counters. So there's a bunch, over 600 counters. We're not going to do all of them because we'll be here all day, because I still have 3 other boxes to go through. And we don't want this to be too incredibly long. My kids need to go to bed. And let's face it, I like to put my kids to bed my way. Even though Gimpy is perfectly capable of doing it and willing, I don't let him. All right, World at War, Storming the Gap, counter sheet, 7 of 7. So let's start here. 1 of 1. I think I just poked one out. I did. That was my bad, by the way. So let me see if I can stick it in there for now. Okay. 1 of 1, or 1 of 7 front. So we just have the typical kind of counters that I've seen in these games. We have some tanks. We have some that have numbers and symbols that I have no idea what they mean. But as we saw, the player aid definitely has a lot of sheets that will reference pretty much everything you can imagine. So if you're not sure of it, check a player aid and you'll find the answer. That's the good news. But we have some tanks. We have a lot of tanks on this one. And like I said, some different, numbers and things that don't mean anything to me. Let's stick that in here. This is the second sheet. I'm just going to flip through these really quickly just so you can see them, but I'm not going to break them down like I usually do because that will take forever. And like I said, I have a lot more to go through. So there's the back of the second sheet of counters. Here's the third sheet, or the fourth sheet. Let's see. 2. Well, how are we on? So that's 1. That's 2. And then it goes to 4. So I must have. There's 3. Got out of order. All right. So here's the third front, third back, 4th front, 4th back, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Okay, almost done with the core box. That's already a lot, but it goes back in here very nicely, so I do appreciate that. Okay, we do have some dice. Looks like 4 blue, 4 red, D6, and then 2 stacks of cards here. I think I saw one of the player aids said what kind of cards, but I don't remember where that said that at. Let's see if I can find that. Yeah. Formation deck and discard. So this must be the formation deck, I'm assuming. Looks like this. I don't like to take them out because I don't want to get anything confused, but that's what they look like on the back. So we have like United States here, NATO here, and then the front just says World at War 85, LNL Publishing. So that's what's in the core box set, if you will. I think that's what it's called, of Storming the Gap, World at War 85. I really like the box. And everything goes back in perfectly, nicely, and neatly. So all of these things I'm told are extras. I don't know if they are add-ons or expansions or whatever you want to call them. Again, if I'm wrong, he'll correct me. But this was the core box. The rest of this is extras. So this is a very cool map. I love these kind of play mats. They had one of these for Atlantic Storm, I think is what it was called. One of my favorite card games and war games I've ever played. But this is very nice. It's like a mouse pad type of material. But yeah, it has like place for the counters, has a weather track, a turn track, the decks, and then the same thing we saw on that smaller card, but on a map, which is nice and very, very pretty. I like that. I like it. It's beautiful. And I know that's what you guys care about when you're looking at that stuff, but it's very nice. So there is a play mat that you can get extra right there. And then this says, this is an ammo crate, which is really cool because it looks like an ammo crate. So that's the front of the ammo crate. That's the back. Again, it looks exactly like it. That's really cool. What does that say? Kilroy was here. That's cute. All right, so this, do we have any? No, this looks just like an ammo crate. There's nothing really listed on the outside of it, which I really like because it's very like real feeling. So there is that. And then it looks like we have some storage things in here. Okay, so this is where you can keep all your counters maybe. This says LNL Publishing. These look like just little trays to keep things organized. So that's cool. And I love the box. It looks really cool. It would be a cool box to just have on display because it looks very, military. This is Solo Assistant for World at War 85, Nations at War. Try to open this. Okay. So this must be what you need to turn that into a solo game. I should have just went ahead and guessed what that main thing is before opening this next one because I'm going to be so confused I'm not going to be able to give a guess. But here we go. Solo Assistant. That's the front. This is the back. Is a solo game assistant designed for fans of the World at War 85 and Nations at War series of games. This will allow players to take most scenarios from any World at War 85 game or battle or Nations at War game and play them solo. That's really cool. So it's like a across-the-board kind of solo assistant that you can use for any of these World at War or Nations at War games. So that's pretty cool. So we have... Complexity is a 3 out of 10. Solitaire playability, obviously 10 because that's what this is. We have, game includes 66 2.75 by 4.75 AEO cards, 1 full color manual, and 1 player aid. So let's open this one up. Come on. Come on. All right, so in this one, we have the module rules, which is 28 pages. So that is awesome. Oh, that's cool. Sorry, I was just looking at the names because I know a lot of those people now, which is really cool to see. All right, so yeah, this is just a solo assistant. So it's breaking down, like I said, on the back of the box, it breaks down any of the scenarios or maps or whatever and makes them where they are playable for solitaire play. So here is sequence of play, solo assistant behavior table. So there's the front of that, and the back of it is the sequence of play, priority, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, breaks down what this means or what these cards mean. So there's that, and then these look like, I can put these back in. So I'm okay opening these because they have the little flaps so I can stick them back in and not have to just put them in there loose. So these are the solo assistant, Nations at War, War at War 85. There's some kind of card. So the back of them looks like this. AEO order. Looks like they all say that at the top. And they just have different things. Priority and secondary. And there's different symbols at the bottom. So like that's like a fiery kind of a symbol. Hopefully you can see like right here. And then some of them have a different symbol at the bottom. Like that one right there. So yeah, but they all have the same on the top. They have dice, so it shows you what you need to roll to get that, I guess, maybe. And then a priority and a secondary thing on there. But I don't know. This tells us all we need to know about those cards and like how to play with them. This sheet does. So that's pretty simple because it's all kind of broken down for you again, which I appreciate that. And I'm not going to open these because it's the same thing. It's just more of them. So that was the solo assistant, which is cool. So far we've opened the core game, Storming the Gap, World at War 85. We've opened an ammo crate, which looks like some storage. And then we've opened the solo assistant. Last but not least, we have the expansion pack. So this is the expansion pack. I was confused in the beginning if these were expansions or what, but these are just add-ons. But this is an expansion. So it should have more counters and all that kind of jazz in it. So let's open it up. Now the first box was already open out of the plastic because Gimpy wanted to see his name. And he didn't tell me that mine was listed too, so that was a nice surprise. Again, I know I'm still talking about it, but you have to understand what a big deal that is. I am nobody in this world, and to have my name in a game is just, it's crazy. I'm still so flattered, like truly and honestly I'm flattered. All right, so this is the expansion pack. The Defense of Frankfurt, Storming the Gap, Storm and Steel. This is the second wave. And then Storming the Gap, the Drive on Geissen, or World at War 85. So it looks like 3 different expansions or different scenarios or something. So that was the I'm going to show you the back of the box when I flip it over. There's the back of the box. So yeah, these are just 3 different things, I guess. Bonus, an additional standard World at War 85 utility marker sheet is provided to give you even more Rex, Ops Complete, Out of Command, and Disruption markers, especially useful as your scenarios get larger. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 10 for the Vassal compatibility. I don't know what that means. Complexity is 5 out of 10. Solitaire playability, 6 out of 10. And then we have over 500 counters, 22 geomorphic double-sided maps, 1 campaign map, 3 scenario and module book. Yeah. 9 player aids, 145 formation cards, 139 data cards. So there's that. So we'll just go ahead and flip this over. It just makes it easier. Alright. So I'm not going to open these up because this is just a whole lot more of those maps like we opened in the core box set. You can see all of these are more of those maps. So you get a whole bunch more in this expansion. And then we have 1, 2, 3 because there's 3 different ones. So you have the Storm and Steel second wave, the Drive on Geissen campaign system. This says module and scenario rules. This says the campaign system. The Defense of Frankfurt. This says module and scenario rules as well. So 3 of these. I don't know if it's 3 options, 3 ways to play. I don't know, but that's what's in there. And then we have a campaign map here. Campaign day track, legend, a holding box. Nothing on the back, so there's that. Then we have some more of these tables. So this is a United States National Unit table. And then the back of that, then we have a Soviet or Germany? West Germany National Unit chart. There's that side, this side. And then we have a new one, it looks like. Czechoslovakian Republic. I only said that because I've heard it before. Otherwise, I would not have been able to pronounce that if I didn't already know the word. So there is the national unit table, and in the back is some more. So there's those. And then we have another campaign map. This one is for the Drive to Geissen. That other one was for the same thing. It says Drive to Geissen campaign map. Drive to Geissen campaign map. So yeah, that just looks like different terrain, but there's that. Again, nothing on the back of that. And then another national unit chart for West Germany. I like to try to keep them together to make it a little easier. Another Czechoslovakian one. And this says Storming the Gap. Like a little poster, it looks like. That's cool. Oh, but it's not a poster. It's a player thing. So you have counter references, sequence of play, operation map movement, air recon tables, and replacement tables. Then for the drive on Gießen or whatever, you have this. Again, counter reference, sequence of play, operational map movement, air recon tables, replacement tables. Another West Germany, Soviet Union, United States. So more of those. Okay. There's a lot in this box too. It's almost like another complete core set with how much stuff comes in it. Then you get all these cards. We're not going to open them up again, but again, they look like this. This one, these say West Germany on them. And then we have, this says data cards on this one. Data cards. So that's the front of the data cards. Example of the back of one says M1 for a ham. So it looks like a helicopter, and then it gives you like stats on that. So all the different data cards, which there are a lot of. Okay. And then we have the counters. A lot of them. So we'll flip through these really quick, and then I'll give my guess. Hopefully I haven't bored you. There's a lot here. So there's sheet 1, front and back. Another 1, front and back. 1 of 2, front, back. 2 of 2, front and back. It looks like this one does a great job of like breaking down the counters and everything too. 2 of 2, front. 2 of 2, back. 1 of 2, front. 1 of 2, back. So lots more counters, lots more maps, lots more cards, lots more player aid. What more could you ask for? Let me just put these down in here so I can get this box closed again. Okay, see how many this again. That is a lovely sight. When it closes back down just as perfectly as it was when it opened, it makes me a happy girl. All right, so I have all of this here. This is everything that we've just opened. We'll open this beauty up across the top here. So, this, I know I've heard World at War 85. I believe 2 years ago when we were at the WBC, I heard about it a lot. I don't know if it was still in the works then, if it was already out, if this was something they were working on then. I don't know. Because even though my name's credited in there, it's not credited for any knowledge about gaming. It's credited for me opening them or talking about them. That's about it. So again, I'm so flattered. I just have to say again and again and again, I'm so flattered that my name is credited in a book or in a game. Anything to do with a game, it's just really flattering. So I'm sorry that I went on and on about it. But I really don't know what to guess for this one because there's just so much to it. I kind of feel like this turned into more of like a Vanna White moment where I just got to show you all the cool stuff that comes in this game and in all of its extras that you can get with it. I'm loving this map here. Again, I believe it was Atlantic Storm that Wacamo did, that they had a map like this that we never got because it sold out so fast. So definitely go grab this stuff if you want it because these things go very quickly, especially when they're as well made as these are. And Gimpy's going to be getting on the table and showing you guys all that stuff soon. But yeah, this is a lot, but it's World at War 85. So it's a World War game, and it's got maps and cards, and you have tanks and you have platoons, and all the stuff that would normally come with a war game is in this game. But the thing I like about this that I've been able to tell just by unboxing it is just all the work and detail and tireless hours I'm sure that went into giving you such a good product, because everything I could possibly have a question about, I was able to find something in one of these boxes that had an answer to it. And that's all. Myself as a non-knowledgeable wargamer who throws her hands up and says, I don't know what I'm doing, that's all I could ask for. So I'm very excited to see Gimpy get this out and play it. But yeah, my guess is it has the Czech Republic, it had Germany, Soviet Union, United States, and it's a World at War 85 and all of its extras and expansions, and also a solo pack and a lot of cool storage. So yeah, again, not really a guess, more of a Vanna White moment of look at this, but it was definitely worth it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this and it was worth the wait to see my face again because it's been too long. But hopefully, now that we're getting back into the swing of things, once the baby's gotten a little older, we'll be able to get more stuff out. And I'm so excited for the WBC, and I'm sure that I will be on before then. Make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to his channel if you haven't. It literally takes 2 seconds and it helps him out so much. So please, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and click the subscription button. Leave him a comment. Let him know if you've played this game, if you want this game. If you ever get a game based on mine or Gimpy's recommendation, please let us know in the comments because that means so much to us. It like validates us for what we're doing or what he's doing and what I occasionally do. But yeah, that has been Gimpys Gal guesses / showcases World at War 85, Storming the Gap by LNL Publishing. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.